How you guys doing? This is Sammy, and this is my book, Sammy versus the Negative Voice, written by Sammy Cater with assistance from Laura Schwab, illustrated by Fannie Liem. You got this. Sammy was 8. He was starting grade 2. The other kids had friends, and he wanted some too. But Sammy felt different from the kids in his grade, and he became sad at the jokes that some made. At recess, he would watch as all the kids played, but Sammy wasn't invited, so alone he stayed. Sammy's teacher decided one day in the fall that today they would play a game of kickball. When it came to sports, kids were pretty mean. They didn't want to have Sammy on their team. Young Sammy was determined to show everyone he knew that he could play sports and be good at them too. The pitcher geared up. The ball flew off the mound, but Sammy's kick missed and he fell on the ground. Laughter burst out. That was awful, they said. The kids pointed and giggled as Sammy turned red. Sammy came home upset, with his heart bruised and torn, and that was the day the negative voice was born. The kids had all laughed. They had been so unkind, but worse than that now were the thoughts in his mind. I'm awful. I'm terrible. I should never have tried. I can't do anything, he said as he cried. From that day on, it stuck like glue. Wherever Sammy went, the negative voice went too. It followed him through grades 3, 4, and 5. Sammy couldn't lose that voice, no matter how hard he tried. It was there during tests. You can't do this, it said. It was so hard to think with the negative voice in his head. It was there during recess as all the kids played, saying, "You'll never have friends like those other kids made." So Sammy went home and just sat on his couch. The negative voice made him lonely and kind of a grouch. His sister couldn't help. She didn't know what to do. So she told her friend Ronnie, hoping maybe he knew. When Ronnie showed up, young Sammy complained. He just wanted to hide and not deal with the pain. Ronnie thought to himself, I have no other choice. I must help Sammy stop that negative voice. Ronnie told Sammy, it doesn't matter what they say. It's what you think of you. So make that voice go away. So Sammy tried thinking about positive words, but since he didn't believe them, the negative voice he still heard. Ronnie scratched his head. He'd have to try harder. That negative voice was tough, but Ronnie was smarter. Let's try something else. Now repeat after me. I got this, he shouted. Just say it. You'll see. I got this, Sammy said, as he tried to repeat it. No, not like that, Ronnie said. You have to believe it. So Sammy took a deep breath and closed both his eyes. I got this, he yelled, much to Ronnie's surprise. That's it, Ronnie cheered. You got this, he repeated. But he knew Sammy's battle was not yet completed. Sammy went back to school the very next day, and he tried not to think the negative way. I can do this. I got this, he made himself say. I'll never give up. I am awesome today. And as he continued, the negative voice got smaller. When Sammy entered his class, he was walking a little taller. The kids all noticed something seemed out of place. Sammy looked happy. He had a smile on his face. Sammy's thoughts turned positive, and his confidence grew. He began to like himself, and the other kids did too. When Sammy would hear the voice say, "Don't try it," he'd say his positive words, and the negative voice would be quiet. No longer was Sammy sad and blue every day. When he thought positive things, the negative voice went away. Sammy took what he learned from the battle he went through, and he hopes that these words can help someone like you. So don't let the negative voice come from you or another. Speak positive words to yourself, friends, and others. And when you meet people with nothing positive to say, tell them you got this and brighten their day. The end.